Good afternoon. Welcome back. For those of you who spent some time away this summer, I hope that you all had a great summer and the semester is off to a wonderful start. It's always an exciting part of the year for me to see some new faces, see the energy, the enthusiasm of our students, etc. And I would be remiss if I didn't thank each and every one of you for what you contribute to make Westchester the excellent place it is. So again, welcome back, and I am now pleased to introduce our president, Dr. Greg Weisenstein, for our annual fall remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome faculty, staff, students, and guests to what we believe will be a spectacular new academic year at Westchester University. I'd like to acknowledge some special guests with us today, and I ask you to hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. State Representative Dan Truitt and his Chief of Staff, Matthew Holliday, who is a WCU alumnus. That's okay, you know, he's worthy of applause at any time. Rick Lowry, who is also a WCU alumni and board member. Bill Chrisman, who is an analyst to Commissioner Terrence Farrell. Dr. Bernie Carrozza, Eli Silberman, and Kathy Whitlock, all of whom serve on Westchester University's Council of Trustees. And WCU alumni board member Mark Brochek. Mark, thank you. I want to thank you all for joining us, and on behalf of the entire university, I want to say how much we appreciate your leadership, which enables both the communities and our university to achieve distinction. Westchester University is your university. We want to ensure that Westchester is not only a good neighbor, but also brings full value to its citizens in the areas through its services and many educational, cultural, and athletic events. In short, we want all of the people in our communities to be as proud of WCU as we are, and to consider themselves golden rams. When we work together, we go beyond overcoming challenges. We're able to implement initiatives with long-term benefit for all of us. One example is the Borough of Westchester, Westchester University Joint Sustainability Task Group. This combined effort reflects our common commitment to achieving cleaner air for our region, finding other ways to improve the environment in which we live, and shouldering our piece of the responsibility for the quality of our world environment. We have just completed an exceptional year at Westchester University, and we're positioned for an even better year ahead. Westchester University has become one of the most sought-after academic destinations in the Mid-Atlantic region. We are contending for recognition as the largest university in the Pennsylvania state system of higher education, and the tremendous enrollment demands that we've seen are continuing. Now we must concentrate on balancing these demands with the interest of our many communities both on and off campus. Last fall, the Learn More marketing campaign was launched and brought the university's first ever television commercials. I've had several people tell me that ours are the very best 30-minute TV commercials that they've ever seen. Research suggests that the campaign had a notable impact, expanding an understanding of our quality among regional parents of college-age children, prospective students, and alumni. Building on the success of last year's campaign, we now have 4 additional Learn More commercials that will air very soon. We want to premiere our new TV commercials this afternoon for the very first time. So let's roll them. Let's take a look at our 4 new commercials. After a while, people start getting the answer to the question. Eli Silberman, who I introduced as a Council of Trustees member, is the architect of our TV commercials. And Eli, thank you very much for the work that you've done. It's fabulous. There's much that we can share with people about Westchester University. The interest in WCU includes the 500,000 unique visitors from 85 different countries and territories who visited our website just during spring semester. Since July 2011, the university's Twitter followers have grown from 675 to well over 3,500. The number of Facebook likes for WCU has now passed 10,000. And the videos on the WCU YouTube channel have been viewed by about 30,000 times. People are paying attention to us and the great things that all of you are accomplishing. Although I could give hundreds of recent highlights from across campus, I'll only mention a few because we've got a great deal to talk about today. We have plenty of concrete evidence of our strong national reputation. Westchester University is one of 3 Pennsylvania schools and the only PASHE institution ranked in the top 100 Kiplinger Best Buys among 500 public four-year colleges and universities around the country. In its just released 2013 rankings, U.S. News & World Report names WCU among the best regional universities in the North, moving us up 14 places this year to number 70. National accreditations are another sign of our excellence. Among the highlights for this past year, accreditation for art was earned from the National Association of Schools of Art and Design, and our business programs were reaccredited by AACSB for the next 5 years. Congratulations to both programs for achieving this recognition of excellence. Major universities are coming to Westchester University to learn about and to replicate what we are doing. For example, our high-tech demonstration and application center and classroom of the future, both advancing technologies for the future, are the only such centers in the Mid-Atlantic and are drawing the interest of many of the most prestigious institutions on the East Coast. It's a great validation of our efforts when the best universities in the East are attempting to replicate what we have already done here at Westchester University. Excuse me. WCU student excellence extends throughout our classrooms and well beyond. As noted in the TV ad, 2 of our athletic teams, baseball and women's field hockey, won national championships. And our women's lacrosse team came within a goal of joining them. At the end of June, the PASHE Board of Governors honored the field hockey and baseball teams in Harrisburg for making WCU the first Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference university to win 2 NCAA championships in the same academic year. Later in the day, State Senator Andrew Denneman and Robert Tomlinson presented a citation to the coaches and players on the floor of the State Senate. At the same time that our students are setting records in competition, they're also setting an academic record with 369 student athletes named to the WCU Athletic Director's Academic Honor Roll for spring semester. In another area of student excellence, during the 2011-2012 academic year, our students combined almost 350,000 hours of service to our community. Our students, faculty, and staff also continue to make WCU a cultural leader in the region. Along with Student Services Incorporated, the Provost Office has launched an initiative called Year Of, exploring a yearly theme chosen by faculty and students. This year, is the year of paper. Student organizations, faculty and staff, and academic departments will be able to collaborate to create events about this theme in many contexts, from sciences to the arts. Among our many reasons for celebrating the WCU cultural arts, University Theater is presenting its 50th anniversary season this year. Last year, more than 79,000 people attended campus cultural events. Our arts leadership is spanning the globe, as well as the Brandywine Valley. The Department of Art, for example, has developed a new distance education course in the history of Western art that's being taught by WCU faculty to students at Wcu University in China. International programs are among our exciting and vital areas of growth. Adding to our recognition as a top-tier university, they bring opportunities for collaboration and exchanges with institutions around the world. We've seen a tremendous response by faculty and staff to developing and implementing international initiatives. Many of you were involved in planning and hosting the Knowledge Crossing Borders Conference held on campus at the end of May this year. The conference hosted nearly 250 participants from a total of 20 different countries. The members of the concurrent Global Presidential Conclave on the Future of Higher Education are preparing to publish and disseminate the conclave's recommendations, which call universities around the world to action addressing the most critical issues of our time. This important challenge to the world's universities comes directly from work accomplished right here at WCU. Our leadership and service have led to numerous partnerships. For example, the new Joint Principals Certification Program with Cheyney University represents the first formal academic collaboration between our universities. The students in the Joint Principal Certification Program will take classes at Cheyney one semester and at WCU the next semester. Collaboration with Cheyney University has also resulted in a combined program in marine biology. Now, excellence demands a campus climate in which every student and faculty or staff member can thrive and accomplish their best work. We have to continue to strengthen our campus climate in response to the 2010 Campus Climate Survey. To help guide us, the Office of Social Equity's WCU for All series offered more than 70 programs this past year, many in collaboration with academic departments and the Student Affairs Division. Among the students for whom we have enhanced services are those who have served our country. The WCU Veterans Center provides a place for students with very different experiences to come together and to support one another, as well as to be supported by the university. We are creating, we are creating a Veterans Advisory Board to assist us in ensuring the success of those who have sacrificed so much to our country. To advance the important National Troops to Teachers program, which prepares veterans to become educators, WCU has become a regional multi-state center and has already been acknowledged nationally for exceptional work. As career and placement demands change and multiply, expectations for advanced degrees are also expanding. In some disciplines, the doctorate has now become entry-level preparation. The passage of this summer of the Higher Education Modernization Act paves the way for us to offer applied doctorates, including the Doctor of Nursing Practice, which has already been developed. Thumbs up to the nursing faculty. They're ahead of the game. Development of the Doctorate of Science in Biostatistics is being pursued, and Endopharmaceuticals has expressed their strong support for that program. This proposed doctorate supports one of the top industries in Southeast Pennsylvania. Westchester University is ready to offer high-quality, highly relevant doctoral education. The Higher Education Modernization Act and related state legislation also provides PASHE faculty, staff, and students to be more entrepreneurial, a boon to our already creative and entrepreneurial campuses. Now, as you are aware, we are rapidly reaching our capacity at the Westchester site, right here. In response, we need to continue to develop co-located, off-site locations, and perhaps branch campus sites to accommodate the many students who are ready and eager to benefit from a Westchester education. Our first such location, the Graduate Business Center, has been an enormous success. We need to look at ways to replicate and build on that success. To respond to a market need for a PASHE presence in Philadelphia, the College of Education has designed a graduate program to be offered in the city. Our Masters of Education and Special Education program will be offered soon at the Mellon Independent Center, a site now operated by PASHE. And it will be followed by additional academic programs in the near future. We are also making progress in building a robust distance education program for those populations, for a variety of reasons, cannot be traditional on-campus students. Among its benefits, distance education will help us meet new and emerging expectations for summer graduate programs and expand our program to serve students at all levels. Student expectations for graduate study now place convenience above quality and pricing. WCU has already established a solid market position for both quality and cost. Now we need to offer programs that are least disruptive to current lifestyles and employment. Distance education at WCU has moved ahead with the development of a new distance education web portal, the launching of a faculty development program, a marketing plan, and the approval of new online certification programs. The Special Education Department offers a fully online master's degree program, and all MBA courses are now available either online or in hybrid form. Both programs are highly successful. We believe the stage is set for several more degree programs and certification programs to be added to our menu of distance-delivered programs this year. Supporting our progress and our plans, the state system received the same funding from the Commonwealth this year that we received last year, ending a downward trend. Although mandatory cost increases mean budgets remain tight this year, we are very appreciative to the legislature for recognizing the tremendous value of public higher education and helping us to continue fulfilling our mission of offering excellence with affordability. I would like to thank our collective bargaining units, our students, and all those who have helped us to tell the story of Westchester University and public higher education. While the level of funding does not keep pace with cost increases, it does provide a prerequisite for a budget that is workable for our students, for the university, and for the state. The combination of level funding and a modest enrollment increase for 2012 and 2013 allows us to add to our complement of faculty and staff, rather than follow the trend toward lower employment numbers at many colleges and universities. As long as we can contain our costs and generate additional revenues, I see a trend of stable or growing employment continuing for WCU. We remain committed to distributing new funds, primarily from tuition and fees, to those areas impacted by enrollment growth. New enrollment-driven resources have been distributed to areas affected to ensure the continued quality of what it is we do, with academic affairs receiving the primary consideration because of their mission. This policy will now be followed in a more deliberate manner with the help of the Administrative Budget Committee, which is developing more responsive allocation models. This year, WCU is also undertaking a review and revision of our budget models to right-size budgets and to make strategic investments in our future, including new facilities, new academic programs, and other initiatives in our strategic plan. In brief, our 2012-2013 funding allows us to offer high-quality education at a most reasonable cost and to move forward as a university in developing the exciting ideas and initiatives coming out of our strategic planning process. I want to take this opportunity also to express my appreciation to all of the WCU faculty and staff who have contributed to the WCU Foundation's annual fund campaign. Through your generosity as well as your good work right here on campus, you are adding to our university's greatness and helping to ensure that well-qualified students have the opportunity for a Westchester University education. You are also serving as a model for others outside of our immediate campus community who are considering investing in the future of WCU. One of the current initiatives I encourage you to support is the Frederick Douglass Statue Project. We need to raise only about $15,000 more to reach our goal to make this long-planned statue a reality. As we have engaged in strategic planning over the past year, we have been drafting an outstanding strategic plan titled Building on Excellence to guide us over the next decade. We've also been preparing an exciting facilities master plan and conducting vital academic planning. Our previous strategic plan focused on achieving excellence. Now we have achieved excellence in much of what we do. Building on excellence is the next step for Westchester University. Our facilities planning is looking at how we can transform an aging campus to support fully the outstanding initiatives of our faculty, staff, and students, meet our enrollment needs, and advance our new strategic plan. Our current campus facilities comprise considerably less square footage than is optimal for a university of our size. In spite of the excellent work of our facilities division, we also have considerable needs in the areas of deferred maintenance. The Commonwealth's reinstatement this year of the Keystone Recreation Park and Conservation Fund, also known as Key 93, will help in this area because PASHE received needed support for the maintenance of our facilities through this fund. Well, let me share a few highlights about our facilities projects. Most noteworthy this year is the opening of our magnificent Student Recreation Center. The Rec Center provides vastly expanded opportunities for WCU students to participate in recreation and to socialize right here on campus. And it's important to keep in mind that this is a student-initiated and student-supported project. Since university funds are not being used to support the Rec Center, dollars remain available to support other critical capital improvement projects, such as added classroom and office space, and important upgrades, including work underway to transition Anderson and Ruby Jones Hall to geothermal energy. We anticipate the South New Street parking structure to be under construction soon, and to give us 452 parking spaces by next fall. Also next fall, we will be adding 264 beds through our South Campus Village expansion. The demand for on-campus housing is growing rapidly, and research shows that students who spend more time on campus are more successful in completing their degrees. Our modern, amenity-filled residence halls also mean that many students do not want to leave for off-campus housing after the first 2 or 3 years here at WCU. Planning for the fall of 2014 is the opening of the new residence hall on the former site of Sanderson Hall. Commonwealth Hall will provide 649 beds and will include a much-needed new home for our Health and Wellness Center. Also by fall 2014, we hope to have completed renovation of Mitchell Hall as a home of our International Programs Office, Department of Language and Cultures, and English as a Second Language programs. For 2014 and 15, on the site of the old Soap House on 30 West Rosedale Avenue, we anticipate building a new facility for cultural affairs and conference services, public relations, social equity, sponsored research, advancement, and for legal counsel. Now, about the same time, we expect to build a 4-story addition to People's Building that will house public safety and then begin work on renovating and expanding the existing People's Building. The new building and Public Affairs Center, which we envision opening in the fall of 2015 on the current site of McCarthy Hall, will be the largest building on campus. The next 5 years of our facilities master plan include preparation for a major addition to Sturz-Becker Health Sciences Center, the relocation of the athletic department to a new facility, the expansion to Sykes Student Union, construction of a new dining facility, and a continuation of our geothermal initiative. Now, academic strategic planning is a major initiative for ensuring that our academic programs continue to be highly relevant to our current and prospective students. We are proactively considering economic trends and labor force needs well into the future. We are committed to preparing our students so that their WCU education aligns well with a rapidly evolving lifestyle and work environment. I applaud the faculty, and specifically Provost Linda Lamors, the deans, and the chairs for their willingness to step forward courageously to consider how our changing environment is impacting current programs and how we can continue to be fully responsive to all of our constituencies. While our planning will necessarily be dynamic and subject to adjustments related to the quickly changing environment that's driving higher education nationally, all of our planning efforts are beginning to align and coalesce. The facilities plan is responsive to our academic needs and will continue to be strongly influenced by academic strategic planning. In turn, the academic planning is embedded in the university strategic plan, building on excellence. To support our strategic plan and its components, we will be implementing an aggressive new capital campaign that will be announced at a later date. The emphasis in all cases, is on student success. That is what WCU is known for, and it will continue to drive our future. At this point in our university strategic planning, more than 2,500 individuals have had direct input into the process, which has included many and varied opportunities for faculty, staff, and students to share their ideas and dreams for the WCU of the future. The Strategic Planning Steering Committee made an extraordinary and notably successful effort to engage all of our constituencies in the planning, including our region's leaders in government and in business and industry, to ensure the process was highly inclusive and ensured that the process was highly inclusive on campus. This level of engagement will continue to the completion of our campus strategic plan at the end of fall semester. We can all feel great excitement, I think, about the year ahead. WCU is truly a top-of-mind, first-choice university. We can expect Westchester University to continue to elevate its reputation rapidly, not only here in the Commonwealth and the Mid-Atlantic region, but also nationally. I extend my sincere thanks to all of you for making that expanding reputation possible. Regardless of what you do for the university, your contributions are critical and have a major role in creating the high regard with which the university is held. As the 2011 Middle States Commission on Higher Education evaluation team shared with us, and I quote, "Westchester has been blessed to recruit and retain high-quality faculty and staff who are extremely loyal to the campus and dedicated to ensuring students receive a quality education, both in and outside the classroom." Now, to give you more information about how we can all be involved in moving our great university forward, I would like to ask Dick Swain, who along with Roberta Snow has co-chaired the Strategic Planning Steering Committee. I'd like to ask Dick to come forward and share the work of the committee with us and give us a sense of where we might be going to complete our strategic plan over the remaining portion of this semester. So Dick will give us an overview of the current draft of Building on Excellence and talk about your role as we move forward to complete this plan. Dick, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, President Weisenstein. It's my pleasure to give the Westchester community an introduction to the university's new strategic plan. I regret that because of a death in her family, Professor Roberta Snow, the co-chair of the Strategic Planning Committee, cannot be here today. Today I will provide a brief overview of the planning process, outline the key elements of the draft strategic plan, and discuss the implementation process that is now underway. I encourage everyone to go to the President's Shared Vision website to review the detailed draft plan that's there. Westchester University's strategic planning process began at the end of 2010 with the appointment of a 35-member steering committee consisting of students, faculty, and staff, broadly representative of the entire university community. Our first task was to prepare an analysis of the internal and external factors shaping the university's future. We carried out these internal and external investigations addressing political, economic, sociocultural, and technological issues facing the university and analyzing documents such as the Middle States Evaluation Report and the Campus Climate Survey. From these investigations, we created a comprehensive operational assessment, which is also available on the Shared Vision website. Our next step was to engage as many people as possible on their vision for the university. Every WCU student and faculty and staff member had an opportunity to attend meetings, reply to surveys, and so on. As President Weisenstein indicated, over 2,500 stakeholders participated in this effort, including graduate and undergraduate students, alumni, parents, staff, faculty, union representatives, business, government, nonprofit leaders, trustees, board members, and neighbors. At this point, I'd like to acknowledge all those who took part in this effort. We really appreciate your contributions. Once all this data was gathered and analyzed, the committee drafted, discussed, and after several redraftings, produced a draft strategic plan which was posted on the website. Representative stakeholder groups were again called to review and comment on the plan, town hall meetings was held, and after that, the committee revised the draft once more. At this point, a draft was presented to the President and the Cabinet, who made further revision and suggested some outcome measures. That's the draft that's currently posted on the President's Shared Vision website. Inclusive planning may be effective, but it does not happen quickly. It's taken over a year and a half, but I think that the strategic plan as currently drafted really reflects the ideas and concerns of the entire Westchester community. The plan was given the title, Building on Excellence, because it uses the achievements of the previous Plan for Excellence as a foundation. Our mission is the same, but our vision and values are expanded. In particular, there's greater emphasis on working together as a community. Inside the university, this means breaking down the tendency for divisions, departments, and disciplines to remain in separate silos. It also means breaking down the boundaries between the university and the world by developing partnerships with local, regional, national, and international institutions. Our primary purpose as an institution is education for student success. And when we use the word education, we mean it in the broadest sense, developing the entire person. The plan contains 5 themes that provide a way to organize goals, objectives, and actions that will support this primary purpose. The themes are academics, enrichment, sustainability, diversity, and engagement. Each theme provides a broad organizing principle for a set of general goals. Under each goal, there are objectives, and under the objectives, there are or will be established this semester specific actions and outcome measures. For WCU, as for any institution of higher learning, academics must be a primary theme. Enrichment includes all the artistic, athletic, cultural, co-curricular events and activities that reinforce learning and engagement. The plan asks Westchester University to incorporate enrichment so that it enhances not only the education of students, but also the quality of life of the region, the nation, and the world. Sustainability is important, both as an integral part of the curriculum and as it relates to the continuing vitality and effectiveness of the institution over the long run. This plan adopts a broad definition of sustainability, one that emphasizes the importance of appropriate growth and the development of and integration of environmental, social, and economic concerns and opportunities. Diversity continues to be an extremely important strategic concern. The new strategic plan recognizes WCU's continuing commitments to retain and recruit diverse communities of students, faculty, and staff, and to provide a campus climate that is nurturing to everyone. Engagement is a theme that focuses on building the mutually beneficial relationships that we hope to develop between the university and stakeholders. Such collaborations are meant to extend the university's impact, to attract new resources, to increase the visibility of the institution, and to focus campus talent on the pursuit of the public good. Under each theme, there are a small number of goals. Under each goal, there are or will be created objectives, and each objective will have specific actions and outcome measures associated with it. Once again, I refer you to the draft copy of Building on Excellence posted on the website to see the entire thing as it exists now. While the strategy was in development, a fiscal subcommittee comprised of faculty and administrators was also appointed. This group, working with a consultant, developed a financial model to be used in budgeting and allocating resources to the planned activities, as well as making suggestions for enhancing revenues. The President's Cabinet has approved with revisions the draft plan submitted by the Strategic Planning Steering Committee. The Cabinet has proposed for consideration some outcome measures and actions and devised a structure for the review, implementation, and assessment of the new plan. With this blueprint in place, we can now move on to implementation planning and implementation. The draft plan establishes goals and objectives for each theme. The next step establishes outcome measures and actions that advance the goals and objectives. 5 theme teams have been appointed to facilitate and coordinate the development of these implementation plans. Each team will reach out to engage constituency groups and key stakeholders as the implementation plan is developed. Recommendations will be made by the teams to the President and the Cabinet no later than the conclusion of this fall semester. Planning is an ongoing process. The new plan provides WCU with a structure that allows it to frame goals and objectives, to establish appropriate actions and achieve them, to assess the results, and then to modify and refine the plan over the coming years. We're nearing the end of the first stages of strategic planning. Professor Snow and I have been privileged to co-chair the Strategic Planning Steering Committee and to work with so many dedicated and insightful people on and off campus. We would especially like to thank all the members of the steering committee who worked so hard to analyze our environment, to gather feedback from university stakeholders, and to prepare the many drafts leading to the one now posted on the Strategic Vision website. We have confidence that the new plan provides the broad outlines and implementation structure WCU needs to build on its current excellence through continuing the process of assessment and refinement that we've outlined today. Now I'd like to turn the podium back over to President Weisenstein to continue the program, and I thank you all for your participation in the plan to date and for what's coming in the future.
I want to extend a very special thank you to Dick and Roberta and all of you who have worked so hard on this new strategic plan. I want to take the opportunity now to introduce our newest colleagues. This year we welcome 32 new faculty members. So new faculty members, would you please rise for us to welcome you? I also want to welcome the new staff members who have joined us since last September and are here this afternoon. So would you also please rise so we can recognize you. Finally, I would like to ask the new administrators who have joined our campus community to also stand and be recognized. Come on, you're out there someplace. Once again, welcome everyone to Westchester University. You are part of one of the very best comprehensive universities in the country. For more than a dozen years now, an annual fall tradition has been presenting the WCU Civility Award to honor an individual who has made an especially outstanding contribution to collegiality and community spirit. In that tradition, I'm pleased now to be able to announce the 2012-2013 Civility Award winner. This year's recipient has consistently fostered civility and advanced Westchester University's values. As the author of one of the nomination letters writes, he is truly a role model and a mentor for his colleagues and students. Another explains, he is a voice that is heeded because it brings a consultative leadership and vision. He carries civility from theory to practice. Describing the esteem in which the awardee is held, a third letter states, through all of his commitments, he helps his students grow, not only as aspiring academics, but also as human beings, cognizant of their surroundings and civic responsibility. Now, I can tell you personally, the recipient is an outstanding university citizen, characterized by integrity, achievement, caring, and the spirit of collaboration. It is with that great pleasure that I present the 2012-2013 Westchester University Civility Award to Professor of Political Science, Peter Loddell. Peter.
Thank you very much.
Now, please join Sandra and me in the green room downstairs. The weather won't allow us to be outside today, but join us in the green room for conversation and some refreshments. Our program is concluded. Thank you all.